Hello, magical butterflies. This is Xtina from Butterfly Intuition Divine Guidance. I hope you are having a magical day, night, or afternoon. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. Please make sure to hit the bell notification so you are notified whenever I post a new video. This is going to be part 8 in the Twin Flame Healing series. Healing, Chapter 2. This will be a general collective reading. Please use your own discernment when listening and watching this video and only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. In this video, I will be referencing my blog post, the Lesson Series Part 4, Doing Your Work on the Twin Flame Journey. The blog post will be listed below in case you would like to bookmark it or read it at a later time. This part of the blog series, I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into doing your work. Doing your work helps you on your path, it keeps you moving forward, and allows healing to occur. In this blog, I give a detailed example of what I mean by doing your work by sharing my own experience from my twin flame journey. So my work assignment from Spirit was aligning with my life purpose and my mission work. After I walked away from my DM, I searched for the reason why. I wanted to know why this happened and what it was showing and teaching me. I first found tarot readers who spoke about twin flames. As I watched their videos and read their posts, I became fascinated with the tarot and oracle cards. The spreads were beautiful, and so were the messages the reader was bringing forth. I also found myself getting my own personal messages when I would look at a card spread. Decks that I had purchased years ago were pulled out of the box. I started pulling my own cards for questions that I had. My mind went back in time when I wanted to write a blog that would bring guidance to people. In April of 2019, I had that nudging feeling from Spirit that it was time to start my blog and page. That is when my Butterfly Intuition was born. As I posted daily, I would get nudges from Spirit to add more content. I finally started offering personal guidance readings. I felt at peace. I knew this was my life purpose and my mission work. The joy and satisfaction that I received from clients was amazing and 100 times better than any experience I had with the customers that I serviced at my day job. I had always wanted to be appreciated, and now I was. The realization from this assignment from Spirit is being an intuitive reader was what I was born to do. I had finally found what I was meant to do. The signs were always there throughout my life, but I ignored them. My gifts went dormant until my DM awakened them by coming into my life. I found my purpose, and I found myself, and I'm in pure bliss now. Once I had this realization, my life changed for the better. I trusted my intuition and told my ego mind to hit the road, Jack. I was free and in union with myself. I was home. I do hope that my personal experience that I just shared with you inspires you to do your work and come into union with yourself. I can help you along with your journey if you feel guided to. If you feel guided to book a personal guidance reading or session, I do offer a twin flame healing guidance session, or you can do an hour session for the divine feminine. If you're interested in that, the link to my Etsy shop is below. That is where you can book these sessions or readings. But I would like to pull some cards from the Moonology deck that I have in front of the camera just to get you some channeled messages from Spirit to really help you align with your life purpose and your mission work, because that is what happens. You align with your life purpose and your mission work, and that gets you on the road to union with yourself, because you start being focused on you, what you came here to do, and what really just calls to your soul. So if you're at a crossroads right now with your career, or maybe you're starting to align with your life purpose, you have an idea, really take in the messages that are going to come through, because one of them will be for you. A fiery climax approaches. full moon in Aries. So we had the full moon in Aries on October 1st. So the full moon in Aries opened the door to what is going to be released this month in October, because we closed out October on the 31st with another full moon on Halloween. So you have been illuminated what needs to be healed, what needs to be worked on, what needs to change in your life. And for a lot of twin flames that are in separation, it's your career and life purpose. 2020, I feel, is the year of the awakening. Is really showing people what works in their lives, what doesn't, and what really just needs to kind of come up to the surface to just be dealt with and to be released. So if you are in a job where you're unhappy, you probably are repeating the same pattern or the same things are coming up. Now remember, not all of it is because of you. Spirit is showing you a lesson, and it is up to you to see what the lesson is. Is the lesson showing you that this job just doesn't resonate with you and it is time to go in a different direction? Or is it showing you that you need to stand up for yourself and speak your mind? Because remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. So don't let people at your work take advantage of you, take credit for your work. Really just stand in your own power, and that is how you will close this cycle if that is what you are experiencing at your work. Now, if you are just in a work situation where maybe you're kind of leaning towards starting your own business or going to work for a different company or applying for another position, listen to your intuition. If it feels good, if it feels right, do it. Don't second guess, because when you second guess, that's when the ego comes in, and that is when fear and doubt is going to come in, and that is when you are going to self-sabotage. So you want to learn the difference between the intuition and the ego, and just know that the ego is always going to come in, but it's a matter of making the ego work in your favor. So I did listen to a really good podcast from Britney Carmichael speaking about making the ego work in your favor. So I'm going to link that below. So let me just make a note here, so I remember to link it. And it's right here on YouTube. So if you learn to work the ego in your favor and to make it a more positive sounding voice, like your intuition, where it's kind of one voice, that'll really help you clear these cycles and get you moving forward so you can release what doesn't serve you any longer. Your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So for a lot of you, you have been doing the work, or if you're just starting to do the work, your hard work is going to pay off. You're going to clear the cycle, you're going to learn the lesson, and you're going to just feel good about seeing why everything happened the way it did. You'll start to see this twin flame connection as a blessing instead of a burden. So remember, doing the work can be difficult, but it's only your mindset and how you view it. So if you see it as a challenge, it's going to be a challenge. But if you see it as something you can overcome, you will. Because remember, when trying to solve a problem, you have to focus on the solution. You can't focus on the problem, because when you focus on the problem, you create more of the same. Balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. So balancing spirituality and practicality, keeping your emotions in check, keeping that even flow of just trusting and believing and not doubting. Because when you balance your spirituality, you're balancing your inner knowing, your intuition, what you believe. When you balance practicality, it's your outer world, your physical mind, the 3D. And when you balance both of them and they're in sync, then your emotions are in check, you're seeing things clearly, you're getting the messages that are coming through from the divine, from your guides. You're just really just in tune with what needs to change and what needs to work on. And that will really help you. Balancing spirituality and practicality will help you clear this cycle that you are stuck in with your divine counterpart. Next message is it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. So the new moon in Libra that we just had has really illuminated and given people energy to move forward. So it's time to take action. It's time to do the work. If you truly want to go to the next phase of your twin flame journey, you have to do the work. If you don't do the work, then nothing is going to change, unfortunately. And remember, you doing the work and putting the focus on you is what needs to be your only focus. Don't worry about what your counterpart's doing, because you can't make your counterpart do the work. Remember, it's like the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It is up to your counterpart to make that decision. But if you stay true to yourself, you stay in your lane, and you take action to start doing the work, to start clearing, to start purging, to start releasing, to start aligning yourself with your life purpose and your mission work, you will start to see life through a different way. You will see life differently. You will view life differently. Your vibration will be different, and you will just be able to move forward, and you will detach from those attachments to expectations, outcomes, timelines, and just putting the overly focus on your counterpart. And you will now shift it to put the focus on you. And they'll feel that. They'll feel you pull your energy back. And that will make them go, hey, well, what is she doing, or what is he doing? Why are they not focused on me? And that might inspire them to take a look at their dark side in order to clear what they need to clear and the work they need to do. Nothing will come of this situation. So if you don't do the work, and you don't align with your path, and you don't listen to your intuition, and you don't change how you're viewing your twin flame journey, unfortunately, nothing is going to come of this situation, because it's going to stay where it's at now. It's going to stay stuck, and you are going to continue to repeat a karmic pattern, and you will repeat it until you learn the lesson, and then that could cause a tower moment to come in. So just know that if you make the decision to not change anything now, but maybe down the road you decide to change and do the work, that's fine. Because remember, each new day is a brand new day to start over. You're never too old to start something new, and you're never too old to learn a lesson. So it is just a matter of your where your mindset. If your mind is open to possibilities, if your mind is closed to possibilities, it's going to be very hard to get you to see things differently, because the hardest thing to open is a closed mind. So it's a matter of what you believe, how open your mind can be, your confidence level. So you might need to start small with doing the work. Maybe if you have a hard time believing that you are good enough, that you deserve love, start with positive affirmations. Louise Hay is a great tool to use. She has written countless books. One of her biggest affirmations that helped me personally on my journey is, I love me. I looked in the mirror every single day saying it until I saw the love mirroring back at me. You can try that. You can listen. I don't know if she has a podcast, but she does have books. You can heal your heart. You can heal your life. Look up Louise Hay, Hay House Publishing. You can find a lot of her stuff on Amazon. And she has affirmation cards. She has all sorts of things that can help you. Another tool to help with positive thinking and just switching your thoughts so nothing will come of this situation can switch to something will come of this situation, because you're going to shift your way of thinking, is the law of attraction. The one I like is Esther and Jerry Hicks, The Teachings of Abraham. The Secret is another good one. Those books you can find on Amazon, but if they're not on Amazon, just do a Google search and you'll find them. Those are good tools to help you with positive thinking. And another tool is The Work by Byron Katie. Byron Katie will help you dissect a question into 4 parts, and it could really help you change your mindset on how you view a situation. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. So this personal issue that you have with yourself, with your twin flame, with the connection itself, can reach a resolution, but it's just a matter of how you view it. So do you view this as something you want to resolve? Do you focus on resolving it, or do you play back what happened? Do you continuously relive the same moment over and over again? If you are doing that, this situation is not going to resolve itself. But if you focus on the solution, Doing the work is releasing the past. If you release the past and you stay focused in the present moment, working on your healing, working on what you need to do, you will see that this personal issue is going to reach resolution. You're very close to achieving your goal. So remember, you are very close to achieving your goal, which is healing, which is releasing, which is getting to the next chapter of your life. Use this time, especially with the full moon in, I think it's Taurus, but don't hold me to it. The full moon that is happening on October 31st, I forget the sign, but I know it is the hunter's moon, the blue moon, and it is going to be a big magical moon. The energy is going to be off the charts next week because of the full moon, and with Halloween, the veil will thin, so we will be very connected to the spirit world. So a lot of things will come up. If your emotions get in check, just ride this wave and just go through each emotion, each step of the way. So just know that you are close to achieving your goal, because remember, if you and your twin flame are meant to come together, you will. Nothing can stop what is fated or destined. Now, if you don't believe, you can delay it, but it will still happen in this lifetime if that's what's in the cards for you. So always believe in the impossible. Don't let your pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. So you want to be in that lion energy, which is confidence, being a leader, following your passion, but don't let your pride get in the way. Don't be stubborn. Don't ignore what your intuition is showing you, what you're overall feeling, how something needs to change or something needs to go, because the more you don't change anything, the more everything stays the same, and the more you can get frustrated. So it's just a matter of how you look at a situation and be in that lion energy of leadership, taking ownership of your life, being confident, following your passion, because when you follow your passion, that is when you get synced with your life purpose and your mission work. And remember, working should feel like it's just something you love to do, not that it's actual work and you dread going there. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. So communication is key in your life. Speaking your mind, speaking your truth, being honest with yourself about how you feel about a person or a situation. The way you talk to yourself, that is huge. That will change your life if you find that you talk to yourself in a negative way. Paying attention to your thoughts, the way you look at yourself, the way you talk to yourself. If you start changing the way you communicate to yourself, you'll start changing the way you communicate with others, and you'll just see a big shift in how communication is. And if communication is a factor in your twin flame connection, doing throat chakra meditations can help. And they did come out in part 7, and I did link a throat chakra meditation that I found from Meditative Mind. I use their meditations a lot, so you can go back to that video and get that link, or you can just find a throat chakra meditation that just vibes with you. And a good crystal to use is lapis lazuli or sodalite. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So an end of a tough cycle is going to approach as you do the work and you just learn to just see the reasoning and everything, and just understanding, like, this happened. My masculine ghosted me. He left me to go in another connection, but he put me on the path where I found myself. And I'm hearing the song Amazing Grace. I was lost, but now I'm found. You will have that epiphany, and you will understand why everything happened the way it was supposed to. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So this new moon is helping you align with what you want and setting intentions on each new moon every month. But of course, you can set an intention, create an affirmation anytime you choose, that will get you on the path. And your last message is work through your fears. Doing your work, aligning yourself with getting into union with yourself, is going to help you work through your fears. This is new moon in Scorpio, so you will get rid of that Scorpio stinger energy where you want to sting somebody because you're afraid somebody's going to hurt you. And that will really help you open the door to healing if the heart chakra is blocked or closed, It will help you clear those inner child wounds if you have wounds from your childhood, as well as past relationships that have been keeping you from truly opening your heart to allow your twin flame in. So overall, doing your work will help you just stay on the twin flame journey. You really just have to go deep down within into the dark night of the soul. Doing your work will free you, and remember, you cannot have darkness without light. So if you are going through a dark period, you are not alone. Everyone goes through it. I have gone through it, and I can assure you that the light will shine, but you have to just look up to see it. I hope this reading brought you clarity and guidance on part 8 of the Twin Flame Healing series, Healing Chapter 2. If it resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up. Share this with anyone who you feel would benefit from listening to the messages in this video. If you're interested in joining my Patreon, the link is below. It is a subscription service. The links to my Facebook, Instagram, blog, website, donation links are all below. Namaste.